The consequences of shrinking his own world and acting out of misguided thoughts have been severe. This marks the end of the person I once admired. I never imagined things would turn out like this. My name is Amelia, and there have been two major turning points in my life. The first turning point happened when I was in 3rd grade, and I discovered the banjo. One day, while flipping through TV channels, I came across a feature on the instrument. Something about it fascinated me so deeply that I couldn't bring myself to change the channel. The lively, rhythmic sounds filled the room, growing in intensity until they seemed to pull me in completely. Even after the program ended, I sat there in a trance, enchanted by the world of the banjo. That day, I decided I would play it too. After convincing my parents, I began attending banjo lessons, marking the beginning of my lifelong journey. I joined a local banjo school that practiced a particular style of bluegrass music. Bluegrass, where the banjo often takes center stage, is influenced by folk traditions and has a variety of regional techniques, each with its own flair. The second turning point came when I was in 6th grade. I had just finished dinner with my family, crab and shrimp, my favorites, when suddenly I felt sick. My throat itched, my eyelids swelled, and breathing became difficult. Alarmed, my parents called an ambulance and I was rushed to the hospital. It turned out I had developed a shellfish allergy. The foods I once loved had now become my greatest enemies. The allergy stayed with me into adulthood. Eating shellfish wasn't just risky, it was life-threatening. I could no longer indulge in my favorite dishes, and every meal required careful scrutiny of ingredients. While my diet faced restrictions, my passion for the banjo grew. In 6th grade, I won 1st place in a junior banjo contest. For middle school, I was determined to attend a school with a renowned banjo club, and through hard work, I succeeded. The instructor there, Evelyn, was a famous banjo musician and had even been a judge at the contest I had won. Under her guidance, I grew immensely, and our banjo club went on to achieve national victories. Evelyn was kind and inspiring, and I looked up to her. She became a mentor and a role model, and her passion for the banjo was infectious. She pushed me to improve, to challenge myself, and to never settle for anything less than my best. With her help, I not only grew as a musician, but also as a person. After graduating high school, I chose to attend a university that had strong ties to our banjo community. I continued to practice and perform, always striving to be better. During my 3rd year of university, Evelyn joined our banjo school studio as the head, and once again, we were working together. However, something about her seemed different. There was a tension in her demeanor that hadn't been there before, a restlessness I couldn't quite understand. Around this time, I met Evelyn's son, Oliver. Evelyn had injured her ankle, and I offered to help her get home. That was when I met him for the first time. He was about my age, kind, and had a warmth that instantly put me at ease. Over coffee, we got to know each other, and soon we began seeing each other regularly. Oliver had a quiet confidence that I admired. He was genuine, thoughtful, and had a calming presence that made me feel safe. Before long, we fell in love. As I graduated from university, I was offered a job at the Banjo Association, allowing me to continue pursuing my passion while also gaining valuable work experience. Evelyn supported my career, recommending me for the role. With her guidance and encouragement, I began my professional journey. Not long after, Oliver proposed, and I said yes. It felt like everything was falling into place. Evelyn, who had always been a mentor, seemed genuinely happy for us, or so I thought. A year after our wedding, I found out I was pregnant. It was one of the happiest moments of my life, and I couldn't wait to start a family with Oliver. Around the same time, I was chosen to represent our banjo school in a prestigious competition, a competition that Evelyn had wanted to be a part of, but she wasn't selected. From that moment, her attitude towards me began to change. The warmth that had once been there seemed to vanish, replaced by an unspoken tension. I hoped it was just temporary and did my best to maintain our relationship, thinking that the baby might help bring us closer. Then came the day Evelyn invited us over for a celebratory dinner. The table was laden with various dishes, but my eyes froze on one: crab. It was a dish that I could no longer eat, and Evelyn knew this better than anyone. She smiled at me and explained that it was imitation crab, made specifically so that I could enjoy it without any danger. She assured me it was safe, and Oliver, wanting me to be part of the celebration, encouraged me to try it. At first, it tasted just like I remembered, and nostalgia washed over me. But then, something felt off. A tingling sensation started in my mouth, and I knew immediately that something was wrong. I spat the food out as panic set in. The familiar signs of an allergic reaction began: hives, swelling, and difficulty breathing. Oliver, alarmed, demanded an explanation from Evelyn. Her expression was unreadable, her excuses faltered, and finally, after some pressing, she confessed. She had given me real crab. Evelyn's jealousy had driven her to do something unthinkable. She was envious of my success, my happiness, my family. She wanted me to suffer, even if it meant risking my life and the life of my unborn child. I was stunned, unable to comprehend what she had done. The woman I had admired for so long had betrayed me in the most personal way possible. Just then, the door opened, and in walked Jackson, Evelyn's ex-husband. Oliver had invited him as a surprise, hoping to help mend their strained relationship. Jackson had overheard everything. He looked at Evelyn, disappointment etched across his face, and offered me the choice to press charges. Despite everything, I chose not to. Instead, I decided to cut ties with Evelyn completely. No amount of remorse could undo what she had done, and I couldn't risk her being a part of our lives any longer. Evelyn was dismissed from the banjo school, and under Jackson's watch, she sought help. Meanwhile, I focused on what mattered most: my family and my passion for the banjo. I went on to compete in the performance, my growing belly a reminder of everything I stood to protect. I played with all my heart, and our school won. It was a victory not just for my music, but for my resilience. Now, as I prepare to welcome my child into this world, I continue my journey with the banjo. My goals are simple yet profound: to keep playing, to keep growing, and to build a family full of love and laughter, far away from the shadows of betrayal. I have learned that life is full of unexpected turns, some beautiful and some painful, but through it all, I have found strength in the things I love and the people who truly care for me. The challenges I have faced have only made me stronger. Music has always been my refuge, my way of expressing joy, sorrow, and everything in between. And now, as I look towards the future, I know that my love for the banjo and my commitment to my family will guide me through whatever comes next. Every note I play is a testament to my journey, to the highs and lows, and to the unbreakable spirit that refuses to give in to fear or betrayal. Oliver and I have built a home filled with warmth and laughter. We both work hard, but we make time for each other, cherishing every moment we spend together. Our love has grown through the trials we have faced, and as we prepare to become parents, we are filled with hope and excitement for what lies ahead. The road hasn't always been easy, but it has led us to a place of peace and happiness. As for Evelyn, I hope she finds her way. The banjo was once her passion too, and perhaps in time, she will rediscover the joy it once brought her. But that is her journey, and mine is separate now. I wish her no ill will, but I cannot allow her actions to overshadow the life I am building. My focus is on my family, my music, and the future we are creating together. The prestigious competition that I won while pregnant was not just about showcasing my skills. It was about proving to myself that I could overcome anything. The applause, the cheers, and the sense of accomplishment were all reminders that I am capable, that I am strong, and that I am deserving of the happiness I have found. Every time I pick up the banjo, I feel a connection to the girl I was when I first heard its sound, and to the woman I am now, standing tall, despite everything. The birth of our child is just around the corner, and I can't wait to hold them, to share with them the music that has been such an important part of my life. I want them to grow up in a home filled with love, with the sound of laughter and music echoing through every room. I want them to know that no matter what challenges come their way, they can face them with courage and grace. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes the people we trust the most let us down. But I have learned that it is possible to move forward, to find joy even after betrayal. The people who truly care for us, who support us through the good and the bad, are the ones who make life worth living. And as I look at Oliver, at the life we have built together, I know that I am exactly where I am meant to be. I continue to play the banjo, to teach, and to share my love for music with others. My journey is far from over, and I am excited to see where it will take me next. There will always be challenges, but there will also always be music, love, and the strength to keep going. And that is more than enough. The consequences of misguided actions can be severe, and the choices we make can have lasting impacts on those around us. But I have chosen to focus on what truly matters, to forgive, to let go, and to keep moving forward. My life, my family, and my music are my greatest treasures, and I will protect them fiercely, with all the love and strength I have. This is my story, and it is one of resilience, of hope, and of a love that refuses to be broken.